Welcome back to Romany's Realm. I'm Romany and this is the second of the two unboxings I'm doing today for you. So if you haven't already seen it, check back in the previous video. I've just done the spell box for November. This is the November Witchy Essentials box number 2. The Witchy Essentials is witch crafting. Putting a bit of crafting back into magic, where you can make, you know, bath scrubs and beauty lotions and teas and all sorts of fun things like that. And I can tell you, my eyes are watering right now because the smell of patchouli from this box is overwhelming. If you've had your box, I mean, obviously I haven't looked at this box. I haven't even opened this box actually because I opened the other one to see which one it was. I haven't opened this one yet, but whenever there's lavender required in something, Terry tends to swap it for patchouli. So if yours absolutely reeks of lavender, that's nice for you, but mine reeks of patchouli and it's gorgeous. It is making my eyes water though, so it's very, very, very strong. There must be a decent amount of it in here. Right, okay, so oof. Okay, here's what we've got this month. Oh, a make your own perfume kit. That sounds fun. Oh yes, there we go. There's a big bag of patchouli. Oof, yeah. Oh, it really does. Mine's not quite sealed properly. That's why. Normally the bags are absolutely 100% sealed, but mine was just a tiny little bit there wasn't sealed properly. So yeah, that would be why it smells so good. Oh, huge bag of patchouli. Let me get the sheets out so you can see those as well. Here we go. Here's the patchouli sheet. So I'm not going to go into all the ins and outs of what patchouli's for and everything else. It's all on here. It tells you the history and mythology, the medicinal uses and the magical uses. Personally, I use patchouli as a substitute for lavender, but also I use it pretty much for everything else that I want to smell nice. Because I absolutely adore patchouli. So yeah, I use it for all sorts of things, and so there's not very much I don't use it for. And since I do a lot of moon magic, I also have quite a lot of stuff to do with Hecate, which I do a lot of work with the dark moon, which is also a patchouli thing, so never have enough patchouli. It smells amazing. Oh. And the best thing is that now this paper will smell really strongly of patchouli, so what I'll do is I'll take that out and I'll put it in my book of shadows straight away, so then my book of shadows will smell of patchouli. Clever, huh? So let's see, what else have we got? Mugwort. Mugwort is a weed, very, very common in England. Now this one comes with an advisory. You must not use this during pregnancy or if you have acute inflammatory conditions. So if you have things like arthritis or anything like that, do not use it. Yeah, just the basics, history and folklore, medicinal uses with your caution there. Oh, avoid if allergic to plants of the aster family. Aster is a flower, I believe. And magical properties. Okay, so basics again. I do like the fact that it comes with a good information sheet, because so often you get this stuff and you don't really know anything about it, but this gives you the background of the herb, the practical medicinal properties and the magical uses. So you can use it either for, you know, if you're a herb witch like me, you can use it for either medicinal or magical properties. Or if you're not into herbs particularly and you just want to use it for its magical properties as an incense, you can do that too. Basil, one of our basic garden herbs. I always say that basil is one of the easiest herbs to grow and keep. Again, here's our fact sheet. So, history and folklore, medicinal uses and magical uses. Not to be confused with St. John's wort. This is St. Joseph's wort. Basil is called St. Joseph's wort. St. John's wort is completely different. That's the one that people take for alleviating seasonal depression. So this is a Egyptian herb, but it's very, very common just about everywhere, and it's very, very, very easy to grow. You can probably pick it up as a plant in your supermarket in the herbs section or the fresh veg section. That's where I got mine. And basically all you do to grow basil is whenever the soil starts to look like it's a little bit dry on the top, you feed it water from underneath. You always water it from underneath and allow the water to soak up. You never water it from top down. And as soon as it starts looking very lush, you pinch the top 2 leaves out of each stem. If you don't do that, you'll start getting woody stems, your leaves will start turning black and falling off, and your basil will start to turn woody, which removes the sweetness of the leaves if you like using it fresh. So if you are very into your tomato style sauces or tomato soups or anything like that, basil is a beautiful combination with either basil is a beautiful combination with either cooked tomato or cooked cheese. So if you're like me and you like your Italian cooking, get yourself a little basil plant and have some on hand. It's also incredibly easy to dry. You literally, when your stems get very long and you're thinking, well, there's no way I can possibly use all this basil, you simply take off a long stem just above the point where 2 leaves meet, because it grows like that, and from here another stalk will come up and you'll have another 2 leaves, and it kind of crisscrosses. So you just take a stem, tie it at the bottom with a whole group of stems, hang it upside down, leave it to dry, and that's it. Eventually it will dry out and you'll be able to chop it up in your blender and use it as fresh or dried basil seasoning. I'm a bit of a basil freak, can you tell? I like my basil. Okay, black candles to go with your patchouli. A symbolic colour to burn when you want to push away negative energy. Oh, sorry, when you want to banish negative energy or push forward positive energy. And also for grounding purposes. I'm going quite fast through this because it's not meant to be a lesson. I'm just showing you what you get in the box, and you know, I tend to interject with bits and pieces that I happen to know, but you know, all the information's in the box. If you've got the box, you don't need me to tell you about it, and if you haven't got the box, then I'm not about to sit here and read it all out. Cedar wood. Oh, Virginian cedar wood. That's very handy. Oh, that's not what I need. Hang on. Ah, it's cedarwood oil. Okay, that's handy. I want some cedarwood. If you have a problem with moths, get yourself either a piece of cedarwood or soak a piece of cloth in essential oil of cedarwood and pop it in a little baggie. Not a plastic bag, obviously a cloth bag, just to protect anything in your wardrobe from the oil itself. Pop it in the bottom of your wardrobe and it will keep out moths. It's fantastic and it smells amazing. Very, very nice. So, this is a sun oil associated with juniper and sacred to the Native Americans. I didn't know that. They regarded it as the tree of life, valued it for its purifying and protective properties. I love it when I can learn something new. Okay, cedar wood, magical uses, the scent. Obviously mix it with balsamic scents like patchouli, cypress, juniper berries, cardamom, that kind of thing. So it's a spicy type. It's similar to sandalwood. Cedarwood is similar to sandalwood. So think men's day cologne. That's what it smells like. And what it's used for in aromatherapy, and it says here used to repel vermin and insects, which is why you use cedarwood to get rid of moths. A piece of cedarwood actually works better because the oil dries out and it can become stale, but you know, at a push cedarwood oil will work. And then we've got all this. And we've also got a bag of salt. So I wonder what this is for. Let me move that out of the way. So this is your perfume. So everything for the perfume is in here. So you're using essential oil, unfragranced grapeseed oil, a rollerball. That's handy because I don't have a patchouli rollerball, so I'll be able to make one. I've got it in a little pot, which is very nice, but it's really difficult to get the lid off. Add 20 drops of your essential oil, add your grapeseed, Yeah, very, very simple. Very, very simple. And of course you want to leave it over time to kind of mature. You want the scent from the essential oil to permeate into the grapeseed oil. So you could use it straight away, it would smell very nice, but if you store it in a dark, cool place for a couple of days, it will get stronger. And oh, we've got two in here. Oh, let me have a look. So you've got enough to make 2 perfumes. Geranium oil. Geranium, I think, smells a little bit like rose. Oof, yeah, very much like rose, a little bit stronger. Grandma's perfume. Not my kind of thing at all, but my mum would love it. The cedarwood is more my sort of level. But as it happens, in a previous spell box, we got some patchouli and grapeseed oil and patchouli and olive oil. So either of those could be used as part of this because patchouli is very, very overpowering. You could also use any of the others. We had a sun elixir that was orange, I think, and bergamot, and we've also had some orange essential oil as well. Although it did say for that one, I think that one might have said it wasn't suitable for use on the skin, whereas this one will be. In fact, this has got Terry's own label on, so he's probably made it himself. So there you go, that is this month's Make and Bake, is making some perfume. So what's the salt for? Have a look. Oh, here's another sheet. Oh, black salt. Okay, how to make black salt. So if you got the pagan box before, you would have received some black salt, which black salt is like the uber salt of regular salt. So at a pinch, excuse the pun, you can use table salt or coarse salt. Ideally, for cleansing and protection, you want sea salt or rough salt. Or even, you know, salt that you've got a chunk of and ground it down yourself. If you really want something with a bit of clout to absorb absolutely everything and get rid of it and start again, then you want black salt, which you have to be very careful of how you dispose of it. And you also, if you're making it, you need to be careful how you store it as well. You want to store it away from everything else. And I actually put mine inside a black bag. Now, this, some people agree with this, some people don't. It's up to you. Do your research, figure out what is right for you. But things like, things that can take away properties from other things or can be heavily influenced by other things around them, such as your tarot cards, for instance, or your wand. Things like that should be wrapped in black fabric to keep them away from other things, basically. They should be isolated from other things. Now, I don't do that with everything. I do it with my, I have the wand, and I also have my selenite, which I keep in a bag. I've got my tarot cards and my black salt I keep in a bag. Simply because, if you think about it, black salt is for removing all psychic energy, not just bad energy, okay? You want to get rid of nasty stuff in your atmosphere or cleanse your new house or whatever, then you want regular salt. If you suspect that there's something really nasty going on in your house, then you want black salt because you want to clear the decks and get everything out. But black salt you have to be careful of because it will literally absorb everything and it will hold on to it and then it will leak it back out into the atmosphere. So you have to be careful how you get rid of it. So you don't want it sat around with your charged crystals or some incense that you've made for a ritual that you've imbued with certain properties. You put your black salt next to it, it's just a bunch of herbs. Okay, so you have to be careful how you store your black salt as well as how you make it. It does tell you exactly how to make it. It is a fire spell, so please be careful. I may not be able to make it. I don't know if I can make the make and bake because, well, no, I can make the perfume. I don't know if I can make the black salt because I normally have to do that outside because I have smoke detectors and you have to burn herbs, not just like incense burning, but actually setting fire to herbs in your fireproof cauldron or bowl. So I may not be able to do that, but we shall see. It might be one that I have to leave until the weather gets a bit better after Christmas and start doing it then. Or wait till we get a nice day. Could be the same thing. But the perfume we can certainly make. So as soon as I can, I'm hoping this weekend, but I can't guarantee it, I'm going to do this and the make and bake from box 1, which was the body scrub, because I really need to get those done. But I had things come up in October. If you want to know more about that, go and watch my coffee vlog that I put up on Wednesday? Yesterday, yes. Okay, so that is Witchy Essentials box number 2. If you are interested in any of these boxes or the pagan parcel, which it still happens, okay, the pagan parcel still goes out, it's just I don't get it because it's only a 12-month cycle. There's only 13 boxes. So I've already had my boxes. There was no point in me having it all over again. If you're interested in getting one of the boxes, go and visit craftingmagic.co.uk. They do have a Facebook page, Crafting Magic. If you are not sure where to find it, go and find me on Facebook. I follow them, so you'll find Terry on there as well. Or you can join my RhomanysRealm Witchy Wednesday group, and all the links are in there, and you'll find Terry in there as well. They are having some issues with their email system on the regular website. So if you've been trying to get hold of them through the form on the website and you're not having any luck, if you're in the UK, just give them a call. The phone number's on the website. It's a lot easier to just phone them. Or if you're not in the UK, just message Terry on Facebook, either via the Crafting Magic group, the Crafting Magic page, or you can find him in my group as well. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed that little look into this month's box, and I will be back very soon with another box because I'm late this month, sorry. And I will also be back to do the perfume very soon. Sounds fun. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.